Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we are talking about eyeshadow primer. Is it really necessary? So today I want to do a little bit of experimentation to walk into the answer to the question of, is eyeshadow primer really necessary? Because I get this question a lot. I get it a lot. What's that white stuff you put on before you put on eyeshadow? Is it really necessary? What's the best one? What's the best wear? Now, this is not going to be a base test comparing different eyeshadow primers. Let me know if you want to see that down below. But I did one eye with no primer and one eye with primer. I will not tell you which one it is. We just finished the eyes. And at the end of the video, there's going to be a little bit of a wear test to see how it wears over a couple hours. So if you're interested in this video, you know what? Of course you're interested in the video. You already clicked on it. Just keep on watching before you do that. You know, if you learn anything along the way, you know, you can give it a like down below. That helps. Also, we're almost 50,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for 47,000. We are almost at 48,000. If you want to subscribe down below, I appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. Okay, let's talk about eyeshadow primer. So my thought process for this video is that I'm going to do an eye without eyeshadow primer and with eyeshadow primer, because telling you about it doesn't really do the same as showing it to you. First, let's talk about the eyeshadow primer I'm going to use and why it's my favorite. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. It has been my favorite for years. I love it because it is very, very light and I like to use bright colors. Today we're going to be using browns and bright colors. I feel like if I just use a bright color, then you'll be like, oh, well, you know, I don't need primer for neutrals. I only need primer for pastels. You know, it gets a little tricky. So I'm going to do, you know, an eye with brown and a bright color. And this eyeshadow primer is very light. I like using bright eyeshadow primers for light colors, for bold colors, for bright colors, because it shows up the best. So when I say this is white, I mean it is literally, okay? I always like to put the primer on the back of my hand just because putting it right on one of these little brushes, that's unnecessary, okay? It's unnecessary. It's hard to calculate how much goes on there. I like to put it on the back of my hand also because when I cut the crease, I'm not going to be cutting a crease today. No worries. But when I cut the crease, I like to go back and, you know, just disperse it, get a little bit at a time, right? I'm going to be using a Morphe M410, and I'm going to show you how I apply the primer as well. So I'm going to take it from the back of my hand. This is a brand new primer. I personally like when they're a little bit older because it's a little bit drier, and when the primer is too wet, sometimes it's hard to move around because it is a liquid. So I prefer when it's a little dry, not too dry, because I need to be able to, you know, move it around. All right, so I'm going to be taking the square brush. The reason why I like to apply my eyeshadow primer with the square brush is because you see how it hits with an eyebrow? Exactly. The shape is perfect for cleaning up that eyebrow and navigating that. So first I like to go on the brow because I can't just be, you know, can't just be adding to the lid and just trying to blend it out around the brow. Because I like to be nice and careful with eyebrows, and I'd rather not. I mean, you can always go back. I'm always tell when it comes to makeup, there's nothing like you really can't undo except for like if you cut your lashes wrong. There's nothing you can't really undo, right? So if I got the primer in my eyebrow, I could just cover it back up. But you know, if I don't have to do it, that's even better. One of the questions I asked on Instagram, if you want to know, my Instagram is @RaggyRoyal, the same way it's spelled down below. And I like to ask on there like questions before I make a certain video, because sometimes I've been doing makeup for forever, for most of my life. When I say most, I mean like a large majority. Sometimes I overlook things because I do makeup all the time. So I asked on Instagram and somebody said, how do you get it nice and flat? Small angle flat top brush. And I just added the primer there and I'm just flattening it. You can use anything with a flat side. You can use one of these concealer brushes. The only thing about the concealer brushes we're used on your face, beware, because you're gonna have the white from the primer. But you get my point. You can use one of these brushes. My actual preference, and I'm glad I found this. This is a It brushes for Ultra Brush, and this is their seamless foundation brush. I like something that has a little bit of thickness to it, not too much. This right here is gonna make a mess. It's not gonna flatten it out, but something that has a little thickness to it, not too thin, because a brush like, say for example, this right here is going to scrape and like move it around, but it may not flatten it, blend it. It's great for things like this. So that is how I apply the eyeshadow primer. I'm glad somebody asked that because I would have never thought to, you know, point that out in this video. Okay, so I like to get it nice and flat. Honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're about to cover it up. It's just like if you ever painted anything, painted a wall, you know, you're just priming it. You're gonna put other color on top. But I do like to get it as flat as possible. I'm just, you know, Right now I'm just fixing the eyebrow. I like to get it as flat as possible just because the smoother the base, the better. You know what I mean? All right, boom. I'm not gonna do any primer on this eye. There is nothing on this eye, it's just my regular eye. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know, and I love when y'all do down in the comments. I feel like if I'm just starting out doing makeup or if I'm just starting out doing eyeshadow, I wouldn't think to put anything on the eye. So I'm just gonna put nothing on the eye and show you what the power of eyeshadow primer is. All right, I'm gonna start with the ColourPop Gone Matte palette. Y'all know this is my favorite palette right now for neutrals. And I'm just gonna do a simple eyeshadow look. I'm gonna start with these transition shades here. These are like these medium browns transition shades. And just, you know, a little plug. If you want to see more eyeshadow tutorials that are actually way more in depth, way more step by step, and I really break it down, I have a multitude, plenty on my channel. Okay, so I'm going to just start in the crease and blend all the way up. This is the way that I do soft glams. So when I say soft glams, we're going to blend a light brown, a medium brown, a dark brown, and then put something on the lid without cutting the crease. That's what I count as a soft glam. I know soft glam is widely used for so many different things, but when I say soft glam, that's what I mean. Since I use such a light eyeshadow primer, I know that this is I'm gonna say concern, not a problem, but a concern for many people is like, oh my goodness, what if, you know, there's a stark line underneath the eyebrow? I always take my transition colors so far up that we're covering up that white, right? We blend to the brow on this channel, okay? To the brow, and it don't matter what color, we blend to the brow. So if you're new here, you know, consider subscribing. But if you're not new here, then you already knew that. Now we're gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I want this to be very fair. As you can see, you can still see the eyeshadow. You can still see it. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a medium brown. So we are gonna rock with this one. We'll do the same on the other side. Same brush. I'm even going back and forth because when I do my eyeshadow, I never just do one eye and then I go do the other eye. I feel like it makes it hard to get everything the exact same. Obviously, it will never, ever be the exact same. Never, ever. But I like to, you know, give it a fighting chance by doing, you know, both eyes at one time. Because once you do one eye and then do the other eye, so much can change in that gap of time. Now, even though this is not an eyeshadow tutorial, the same rules apply. Never in a Raggedy World eyeshadow video or a video of Raggedy World doing eyeshadow. That's me, I'm Raggedy World. Will you ever see me apply an eyeshadow one time and just leave it? So we had to go back, we had to blend it out. Because I want this to be fair and practical, not like, you know. Okay, now I'm gonna take just a little bit of dark brown, same palette, and go into that outer corner. Just gonna build our depth. I've done this soft glam in rose gold, gold, silver, bronze, and then I also did like a green, like a brown and a green around Thanksgiving time. So if you wanna know how I did this, and whatever metallic you would like to see it in, it has been posted. As you can see, I feel like this eye, ironically, is warmer. Like, I feel like the colors are like showing up way warmer. But once again, that's because it's on top of my skin tone and not on top of the white. It's not dealing with a neutral, you know, base, neutral starting point. It's dealing with, you know, my skin color. And, you know, I'm a little brown, a little toasty, a little tan. So, you know, that explains that. All right, I'll fix this in a second. Just walk with me. I wouldn't lead you astray. Actually, I might lead you astray, but not knowingly. I wouldn't lead you astray knowingly, and that's an important difference. Okay, now I'm going into the ColourPop Matte About Hue palette. And I'm gonna go into this shade Got Iced. When I thought about doing this eyeshadow look, I don't know why I wanted to use this bright blue to prove my point, but here we go. So I'm going to just add that onto the lid. Okay, okay. This eyeshadow is kind of powerful, so I feel like it's going to show up kind of regardless. But let's see. I may add some more colors. Cleaning this out. And the same on the other eye. This looks messy, but just walk with me, okay? Add some more blue to both eyes. Okay, we need more colors. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of purple from that same palette. You can blend purple into brown pretty easily. I'm mixing up that lilac and that darker purple from that palette. Adding more blue. Like I wasn't planning on adding the purple or this green I'm about to add, but hey, I just posted a video about how I picked the like placements for my eyeshadow look. So if you ever want to know what's going through my head, usually in like these YouTube videos, I can tell you much more like details about what's going through my head while I'm doing it. You know, in the shorts is kind of like quick and people are like, how do you come up with this color combo? So I made a little quick video about that. So if you want to know about that, then pop up in the cards. I think I want to go green for the inner corner. Mixing that blue and purple together to kind of, I'm mixing it together in the palette so that it can kind of give us a little ombre here. Now I'm quickly going to go back in and blend everything because this was kind of a haphazard blend. I don't usually prime the under eye, but for the sake of this experiment, I'm going to prime this under eye and not prime this under eye. Now, I'm going to quickly line the waterline, and then we're going to come right back. If you know how to line the waterline, I'm not leaving you for dead. There's a waterline one-on-one video that I have that talks all about the products I like to use in the waterline, what colors give what effect, all of that. I'm going to put some white in the waterline real quick, and we're going to quickly do this lower lash line. Okay, we're back. So I think I'm going to do some yellow, orange, maybe some pink on this lower lash line. I'm going to just take this round random brush I just pulled up. I just needed something small, honestly, to fit this little area. And adding some eyeshadow primer. Yes, yes, very nice. Okay, and now I'm going to be going in color order, probably yellow, orange, pink. Just keep watching. We'll see if that's what happens. I'm going to start with these yellows over here. And this is an Anastasia A14 brush. Yellow, mix a little green and yellow together to go over here. Yellow and green over here. Orange. And pink. Blend that out. Wipe away that fallout. And yes, it's now literally 7:01. I think I'm gonna wear this till maybe 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I have a bedtime, okay? So we're starting this a little late at night. If you want to see a video with like a 12-hour, 18-hour, however you want to see it, like a wear test, let me know down below, because I do usually like do a makeup look and then wipe it off because that's just the nature of my job. But there are some times where I do extreme wears. So let me know down below if you're interested in seeing that. We're probably gonna wear this for 4 to 5 hours. I'm not gonna add lashes. I'm not going to add lashes because I want you to be able to see every single element of the eye. Okay, so from this point forward, we are not touching the eyes anymore. It is 7:02. So stay tuned. This is our non-primed eye and our primed eye. Off the rip, I'm going to say they kind of look exactly alike. I feel like this eye is just a smidge brighter, like a smidge. But other than that, they look exactly alike to me. So we're going to do a wear test at 7:02. Let's see how this works out. Yeah. Because it's not the color payoff. I'm gonna be honest. When I did make this video, I thought there was gonna be a way bigger difference between the eyeshadow and eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna always like root for eyeshadow primer, but I'm glad that it's showing you that you don't necessarily need it for color payoff. Let's see how it goes with the wear test, and we'll make our final conclusion then. So the clock is on. Mom, which eye has eyeshadow primer on it? The left one or the right one?
Closer.
This one has primer?
Am I right?
Wouldn't you like to know? Now it is 11:09 p.m. Here is the final finale of how the eyes look. This eye, once again, is the eye that does not have primer on it. So you can see underneath the eye, on the top of the eye. And this eye is the eye that does have primer. Now, I was definitely expecting more of a difference, just as somebody who uses eyeshadow primer every single time I do eyeshadow. Sometimes I use concealer from a pinch. I'm all here for honesty and accuracy's sake, but most of the time, about 96% of the time, I'm using eyeshadow primers. I always recommend people use eyeshadow primers, and I do see, especially in some looks, how they can really amp something up. But hey, we tested it with neutrals, we tested it with color, we tested it with pastel, we tested it on the top and the bottom, and there doesn't really seem to be that much of a difference. So I'm a little bit shocked. Again, this was a 4-hour wear test, so let me know down below if you want me to do a longer wear test, different eyeshadow colors, anything, how we can change this experiment and improve it for the viewers and for, you know, the science of it all and the accuracy of it all. This is the eye that we did prime. So you can see the top, the bottom, and I'm not going to tell you a lie. When I got off camera, I went and ate dinner. I went and laid down for a bit. So it was a rough area. I'm not going to lie. It was a rough couple of hours. But here's where we're at. Let me know down below how you feel about eyeshadow primers, how you feel before this video versus how you feel after, anything like that. If you want to see more of my looks, more of my life, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Raggedy Royal. I do so many things. It's always a wild ride. You can also subscribe down below to see more videos like this. Let me know if you want to see an eyeshadow tutorial on this look, like step by step, because we kind of went over in this video, but I'm like, this is a really cute look, and I'm trying to get more into bright colors, rainbow colors, fun, whimsy. I've done the soft glam thing. I hope that y'all enjoyed those videos and still look back at them, the soft glam, the basis, but I want to get back to, you know, the talent that God gave me and the fun and the whimsy of it all. So if you're into that sort of thing, you check out my eyeshadow tutorials playlist. I also have a makeup foundations playlist where you can learn more things. I really like to try to speak to the beginner, so you can check that playlist out too. And you can stick around for more videos like this. Let me know if you want to see a tutorial on this eyeshadow look down below. And yeah, please subscribe. We're almost 3,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.